Welcome back. This week on WeatherWise, meteorologist Christian Bridges tells us about Dewpoint and how it's calculated. Here's more.
I'm meteorologist Christian Bridges, and thank you for joining me for another edition of WeatherWise. Mississippi is one of the most humid places in the United States, and living not far from the Gulf Coast, that muggy feeling is a constant in the air. A great metric to measure the humidity is the dew point. And now this is something that I mention often on air, especially on those hot, humid summer days. But what exactly is the dew point? Well, for starters, the dew point, which is measured in degrees Fahrenheit, like temperature, is the temperature of the air at saturation. In other words, the dew point temperature is the temperature the air would need to get down to reach saturation. For example, if the dew point temperature is 65 degrees, the temperature would need to reach 65 degrees for the atmosphere to be completely saturated. When this occurs, water will condense out of the atmosphere and form dew on plants, cars, and other exposed surfaces, hence the name dew point. This is also how fog forms, as the air must reach saturation before it can form. The dew point always has to be less than or equal to the temperature. A dew point of 50 degrees or less signifies dry air. If the dew point is between about 50 and 60 degrees, the air you would consider comfortable without much noticeable humidity. And once the dew point gets above 60 degrees, that's when you really start to notice that muggy feeling in the air. And when the dew point is above 65 degrees, you would probably think it was a very humid day. A dew point greater than 70, which is almost ubiquitous in Mississippi for 5 months of the year, is oppressive and very uncomfortable to tolerate for long periods. We really only care about the dew point in the summer, as a higher dew point means that the temperature outside feels hotter. This is what we refer to as the heat index, which takes into account both temperature and humidity to get a measure of what it actually feels like outside. A typical summer day with a high of about 92 and a dew point of 75 degrees would yield a heat index of 116 degrees. So to sum up everything with dew point, a higher dew point number means there is more moisture in the air, and a dew point over 65 is what most people would consider humid. When the temperature is close to the dew point, there is a lot of moisture in the air. As always, thanks for watching WeatherWise, and if you have any questions related to the weather, please feel free to reach out to me and I'll be happy to cover them for you.
WeatherWise is brought to you by Fort County Electric Power Association.